Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Frozen Oil and Happy New Year. Wishing everyone a wonderful and happy and healthy 2025 and hopefully a Stanley Cup for the Edmonton Oilers in 2025. Hope everyone enjoyed their New Year's Eve and there was a game on New Year's Eve between the Edmonton Oilers and the Utah Hockey Club, aka the Utah Yeti, soon to be anyways, that's my prediction. So Oilers come up on top, obviously 4-1. We're coming at you late today with this recap, but I figured I wanted to wish everyone a happy new year, so we're still going to do it anyways. And LA just beat the New Jersey Devils, so our competition keeps winning, so we got to keep winning. It is tight in the West. So 4-1 final. Ekholm opens the scoring. And then Hopkins, Stetcher, Draisaitl, empty netter. Finish it off. 4-1 Oilers. Game stats, 38-27 shots on goal. So a ton of shots on goal for the Oilers. 54-45 in the face-off dot. Something I've been saying all season is the performance of the Edmonton Oilers in the face-off dot for, I think, all but a handful of games they've come out on top, which is so important for puck possession. Power play, they're 0 for 3, so kind of still struggling on that power play and still being stubborn to change anything up on that. Also, hits. That's not a typo. 4 hits to 15 hits from Utah. So this is the biggest thing the Oilers need to improve and can improve here in the new year with this remaining almost a little over half of the season left is the physicality. The physicality absolutely has to go up, especially on home ice. This is quite embarrassing, to be honest with you. Everything else, block shots pretty much even. Takeaways 7-3 for the Oilers and giveaways 26-13. So Utah a little bit sloppy there. The Utah Hockey Club was without Clayton Keller, which is probably their best player in my opinion. And so, the Oilers get lucky there. He was a last-minute scratch. I'm not too sure what's wrong with him, but the good news is the Oilers win their last game in 2024, 4-1. Because it's later on, I'm not going to do the highlight reviews. We are going to, though, go straight to X here and take a look at some tweets/X posts on X. If you do not mind, please consider liking and subscribing the video. We just surpassed 450 subscribers, and we are looking to close in on 500 here soon, hopefully. Oh, there it is. There's our handle for Twitter/X. You can give us a follow there. So going back to Twitter X, here's one from the Edmonton Oilers. Good night, Oil Country. And that is Connor Brown with the belt and Podkolzin with the hard hat. Here's one from Zach, the Oilers fan. If Puljujarvi was good at hockey, as the analytics community loves to blindly claim, then why does he clear waivers? It's obvious what the NHL thinks of him as a player, and Puljujarvi did go on waivers and he did clear. And I included this tweet today because obviously, Puljujarvi, such high expectations when he was drafted by the Oilers 4th overall, and we had a chance at taking Kachuk, right? So we took Puljujarvi instead. And at the time, a lot of people were saying Puljujarvi could go second overall. His size was crazy, but like I said, he didn't, unfortunately, pan out to be the player that he was supposed to be. Best of luck to Puljujarvi. Here's one from Jesse, the drop at 97 Orange Crush 29. Amongst all the noise, number 2 Bouchard is sitting with 28 points, plus 9, 12 penalty minutes, not hurting his team, 23 minutes a game, and 7.4 shooting percentage. Very respectable. Good for him. I like him around 7 mil. And yeah, 7 mil, I wish. There's no way the Oilers are going to sign him for $7 million. But if we get him in the 8 to 9 range, we'll consider that a win. And all he's got to do is clean up his defensive game, which will come. Here's one from Shaden at Shay_Nuge93. I am from the future. We're getting a 4th straight year of Oilers Kings in round 1. And yeah, there's a good chance we're going to have to play the Kings this year again in the playoffs. I don't think it's going to be round 1 because they're now ahead of us in the points. But yeah, the Kings are a feisty team and somehow are ahead of the Oilers in the standings right now with their most recent win here. Here's one from Adam at Oilers Adam. Happy New Year, folks. May 2025 be filled with joy and happiness, and may the Edmonton Oilers do something special. And yeah, hopefully this is the year. Nice post there from Adam. Here's one from maybe the best Twitter handle name, Chill Ranford at Chill Ranford. The Oilers are 6-0 when Troy Stetcher gets a point, so that's pretty cool. Here's one from Vince at Oilers_97. Happy New Year, all the best in 2025, and again to all the Oilers faithful, wishing you an awesome 2025. Here's one from Happy New Year at Oily Gifts. 2024 kind of sucked, but the Oilers Stanley Cup final run was the highlight for me, despite the outcome. Happy New Year's. Let's be normal this year. And yeah, 2024 was a tough year for a lot of people. Making it to the Stanley Cup final was definitely the highlight of the year for a lot of people, especially for a lot of people in Edmonton. And losing in that Stanley Cup final, Game 7, was heartbreaking, but hopefully 2025 is the year that we bring the cup home. Here's one from Draisaitl 28. My New Year's resolution is watching McDavid and the Oilers win the cup in 2025, and that is definitely our New Year's resolution here at Frozen Oil Hockey as well. Here's one from at 50 Oilers top 50 stats. Connor McDavid's 1,035 point passes Mark Messier for the 3rd most points in Oilers franchise history. So that's a major accomplishment. To pass the Moose is unbelievable, and once McDavid signs his extension, he should be the all-time Oilers points leader, passing Wayne Gretzky. Here is one from Dave, Oilers_fan 30. Connor Brown isn't a top 6 player. They've tried this in the past, didn't work out. And he is replying to the lineup of Hyman, McDavid, Brown as the first line. Did get make a comment on Twitter/X about this. And yeah, love Connor Brown. He's a very important part of this team. Love his attitude, love his grit. But if after everything that has transpired in this offseason, if Connor Brown is going to be the right winger for the best player in the NHL after having him, this is his 10th year, and the best you could do is Connor Brown, that's my issue. Is I have no problem with Connor Brown, but I do have a problem with an organization not putting an absolute pure sniper on the wing with McDavid. So, I mean, Hyman is your crash the net guy. He is not a sniper. I call him the, logo assassin. But, we need someone on that right wing that is a pure sniper, and Connor Brown is not that guy, in my opinion. He had a great game. He had 2 points. Obviously going to cheer for him and, helping the Oilers come up with a win. But my point is Connor Brown is not the winger for the absolute best player in the world. So if that's the best the Oilers can come up with, that's not a good sign. 2025, I mean, we'll get to some New Year's Oilers resolutions here in a minute, but I agree with Dave here. They've tried it in the past, and Connor Brown is not the winger for Connor McDavid. Here is one from Oilers for Life, and this one came up right after the goal by the Utah Hockey Club. Skinner can't stop a beach ball. And weird. That was a weird one. Simple poke check would have resolved that attempt, but unfortunately it didn't work out. So those are the X comments for today's episode. And before we go, we just wanted to quickly go over hopefully some New Year's resolutions. I know everybody's going to have some, and hopefully the Oilers have some, and that is obviously number one, getting a top 4 D-man. That has to be number one on the list for the Oilers. And number 2 is hopefully boosting the physicality of the team by acquiring someone with size and can absolutely crash and bang in that bottom 6. So I don't know how they're going to do it, but that's what the team needs. And that's even if Evander Kane comes back. We definitely need that. Hopefully that defenseman, has that attribute too. But like I said, the Oilers are not in a position where they can just stay status quo. They do need to improve some areas. I don't know what they're going to do. I was very happy seeing Ryan Nugent-Hopkins as the third line center. That's my opinion. That is what you have to do. McDavid, Draisaitl, Nugent-Hopkins, Henrique. Those are your centers. And that's probably by far the best centers for 4 lines in the NHL. And if you can boost Nuge with a big body that can crash and bang, you could throw anybody else in on his other side. So that's going to do it for today's episode. Happy New Year once again. And most importantly, go Oilers, go.
Or hockey, the channels you need. Oilers on the ice, unstoppable speed. Chasing the cup, we're gonna succeed. With David leading, we're built to exceed.